What's up, everybody? This is Paul Tessie, also known as Mega RetroMan. No, I haven't posted anything in the last few weeks, and there's been some good reason for it. I've been very busy with events. I've been very busy with work. Been working some long hours, so I get home, I'm pretty exhausted, and I don't want to do anything. So I apologize for that. Last few weeks, let's see, I went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo with a group of friends, and that was a great time. Sadly, I didn't buy anything, so I did a lot of window shopping, which was painful. There were so many games that I wanted to get that were on the list of things that I really wanted, and I couldn't get them. It was sad, and again, it was just so painful to just walk by. I did not go away empty-handed, though. I received a graphic novel of Tetris. Not sure where that's at right now, but it's a graphic novel regarding Tetris. And I received another 1990 Nintendo World Championships Repro cart from a competition that I did. Speaking of competitions, I did participate in the Classic Tetris World Championships, as I've been working on for the last few months. Sad to say, I did not make top 32. I was very bummed about that. I ended up being knocked out of my 32nd spot in the last 15 minutes of qualifiers. So I ended up placing 33rd. But the competition, as far as qualifiers, was really tough. Like, top 16, I think, had over 800,000, which I've never done or come anywhere close to that. But yeah, the top, let's see, the 32nd spot was a high 490,000. I think it was 497, 498,000, and my score was like a 494, 496. So it was so close. But the person who took the 32nd spot just edged me out, just by a little. Oh well, there's always next year. I've got lots of time to practice and improve on my game, and I intend to do just that. The next competition, as I stated, was the 1990 Nintendo World Championships, hosted by the Retro USB booth, and well, we all know how I play these games, so I don't think I need to go into full detail on how I went. How I did, sorry. I did well. I shot a 3.1 million. Unfortunately, it was good for only second place, because my buddy Frank took first with a 3.6 million. And if I was going to lose to anybody, it was going to be him, because he's the current world record holder for the 1990 Nintendo World Championships. So I'm far from mad. Top 3 was Frank, myself, and Robin Mahara, who has made a big name for himself in regards to competing from back in 1990 in the actual competition. So he's good friends with the winner, Thor Ackerland. So it was really cool for the three of us to be, top 3 on 1990 Nintendo World Championships. And something that Robin actually told me, which I thought was pretty cool, was going into that competition, he expected the top 3 to be exactly who placed top 3, which, you know, obviously that included me, so that was really flattering to hear. So I was very grateful and thankful for him that he said that. I also got to thank Robin for giving me some tutoring on how to better my Tetris play. So I don't know if he's gonna watch this or not, but Robin, thanks, man. I know I told you that I greatly appreciate it back in Portland, but I really do appreciate the time you took to help me out. Let's see, not this last weekend, but the 2 weekends ago, I participated in my first Extra Life Children's Network fundraiser. I took donations, and the donations and proceeds went to the Seattle Children's Hospital. I set my goal to 500, thinking, okay, I don't have a huge Twitch following. Hell, I hardly have a YouTube following, which I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, this was actually my very first official Twitch stream, which was this Extra Life fundraiser, which we did go the full 24/25 hours, because going into that Sunday was daylight savings time, so we had to add an extra hour. So we went from like 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. It was a lot of fun. My friends had a lot of fun participating in it. I was very tired by the end of it. I completed every single player game that I played except for one, and that was Castlevania Dracula's Curse. I played the American version, which is tougher than the Japanese version, which is Akumajo Densetsu, or Legend of Demon Castle, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. I do prefer the Japanese version over the American version, not because of the difficulty, but because I enjoy listening to that extra sound channel with the music of the game. I think it makes the music so much better. So that was my only downfall with that. Like I said, going back to my donation goal, I set it at 500. We did not meet that goal, sadly. However, I did raise about $418. So anybody and everybody who donated, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you guys donating and setting challenges for me in order to donate. I had a few people say, hey, if you play Tetris Attack again, but instead of story mode, do endless mode and max out the score, we'll donate a little more. So I did exactly that. Somebody else gave me the challenge of playing Super Mario Maker and play through the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo's Arcade Armageddon final stage and do it in one life, which I did. So donations, yay. And then my buddy Timsy decided, hey, why don't you try, I think it was P is for Pain. Supposedly that's a really tough level for Super Mario Maker, and it really was. Oh my god, that level. I don't know how anybody can get through that. But they gave me a challenge to get through not even a quarter of the level, and he donated a small portion, which was cool. So thanks, buddy, I appreciate it. Let's see, I played through Bucky O'Hare, I played through Ninja Warriors, I played through Ninja Gaiden 2, we played Smash Brothers, we played Snowboard Kids 2. Me and Wes went back to 2014 Arcade Armageddon Finals, and we battled it out on Super Dodgeball for the NES. He took 2, I took 1. I'm not that great at the game anyway, so let's see what else. I played through Mega Man X. I played through Super Metroid, did 100% run through, so that was awesome. Did it in a little over 2 hours though, but so what? Just so many games. I had a lot of fun. So many other games that I wanted to bring in, or that I did bring in but never got a chance to play. It's kind of a bummer. Oh yeah, we also did Star Fox Super Weekend, me and my buddy Diz, who's amazingly set his personal best on stream with 120 something thousand. So, you know, I thought that was cool. And that would have got him 3rd place in rankings on Twin Galaxies for his score. So, good job, brother. Let's see. Last weekend, I went to my local game store or /arcade/barcade, which is another castle in Edmonds, Washington. They have an arcade area there, and they were doing their Extra Life fundraiser then, and they invited me to come join them and play some games, which I did. So I gave myself a little bit of a block. I said I would go through 2 games. I'd go through Super Metroid, you know, popular title, and I would make my attempt to play through Battletoads. Yeah. So my goal for Super Metroid was to get 100% completion in under 2 hours. I did get under 2 hours, but I missed a set of super missiles and a set of regular missiles and only got 98%. I still don't know which sets I missed, because I was pretty sure I hit them all, but oh well. And Battletoads, I had to play that game twice. My first run, I ended up getting stuck on level 10, or at least at the end of level 10, where you have to race the rats in 3 segments. Each segment goes faster than the previous, and when I got to the time bomb at the end of the 3rd segment, you could hear the sound of the rat dropping, but there was no rat. So the rat didn't drop, and I ended up getting stuck, and I couldn't continue on with the game. Therefore, I had to reset and start all over. The only good thing about that first run was I maxed the score out of 999,999. So the second run, I started over, and I just said, you know what, I don't want to play through the entire thing again. I'm just going to warp. So I took a few warps. I warped at level 3, I warped at level 6, and went from 8 to 12. And I did end up finishing the game. The night before going to that event, I had played through the entire 12 levels of Battletoads. Actually, in fact, before I get into that whole level 10 deal happened to me the night before as well, and I'm just like, what the hell? Because that's never happened before. So again, I had to reset, and I went through the entire game, 1 through 12, and that was the first time I had beaten Battletoads in like 20 years. So that was very comforting that I can still beat Battletoads all the way through. In fact, speaking of which, I have a video that's being uploaded right now, so look for that run through. The problem I have with the run through that I'm uploading is there was a little bit of a lag, you know, in response to my buttons, because I had hooked everything up through HDMI rather than the composite cables, which is what I normally do when I use my NES or Super NES. So because the video wasn't showing on my TV, I had to switch over to HDMI, which caused a little bit of a lag response. It was very noticeable for me as the player. When you look at the video, you wouldn't think that there would be, but there was. So that was really difficult, trying to play through the entire game of Battletoads, playing level 3, playing level 7, God, level 11, oh my god, I died so many times on that level, and I shouldn't have. But I got through the game, no continues, because I used my last life fighting the Dark Queen. So, by the way, spoiler alert. So, I've got an event coming up next month. I can't give too many details about it yet. It's a big event in Seattle. I hadn't heard of it until the guy brought it up to me and said, hey, we want to use you and your Nintendo competition games. We want you to bring all of them. So I'm bringing 1990 Nintendo World Championships. I'm bringing 1991 Nintendo Campus Challenge, 1992 Super Nintendo Campus Challenge, 94 Power Fest, Donkey Kong Country, which I've still yet to play, Star Fox Super Weekend. I'm bringing all of that. I'll probably bring my fan-made game to the RetroPlayer.nl 2015. Which, for those who don't know, that has Chip and Dale 2, Excite Bike, and Tetris. They're coming out with another RetroPlayer.nl 2016 fan-made competition game that's going to have Bomb Jack, some F1 racing game. I think it was a Japan release only, and Dr. Mario. So that should work out to my favor. That's still on Kickstarter, so I'm going to be backing that, and so I can get that game. They're going to be doing a competition for that game, and I'm going to jump in on that, and I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. So I've got that going on next month. I'll probably give out a little more information when I know a little more, but it should be a lot of fun. The event wants to bring in some sort of talent pool to go against me on these games, and you know what? I say let them. Let's see them try and beat me on these games, because there's very few people that can. Obviously, Frank can do it. He's beaten me on 1990 Nintendo World Championships. He proved it in Portland. I have the world record on 1991 Nintendo Campus Challenge, on 92 Super Nintendo Campus Challenge, on 94 Power Fest, and I bet I could smoke him on Star Fox. I gotta play Donkey Kong Country competition. I really gotta play it. I really do. So I gotta practice that. There's the NWC remix, which I guarantee they probably won't beat me. I'm one of like the first 10 people to have broken 10 million. My buddy Packy's got the world record on that with a high 12 million, and he says he thinks he can do better, which I believe it. I think he can break 13 million if he had a good set. Speaking of Packy, I got to meet him in Portland in the Tetris area, which was really cool. Packy was one of the 2015 participants for the Nintendo World Championships at E3 last year. So that was really cool to meet him. So that's two members that I've met personally. I hope to meet Tim Z soon, sometime. I'm actually, gosh, what else? I don't think there's much else. That's really all that's been going on. I got a full run through of Battletoads. Like I said, I've got that uploading. I'm going to be making another Battletoads video for Twin Galaxies high score. I know I can max the score. I did it in this video too. I'm also going to be attempting UN Squadron again because I know I can beat the world record score. It's not that hard. I can do it. Oh, the Twin Galaxies Retro Nintendo Online Open. I ended up winning that by a landslide. I was ahead of the pack with 12 out of the 13 games. All I had to do was submit my UN Squadron score, and I sealed the deal for first place. So I had a lot of first place games, including King of Dragons, Tetris, R-Type on Game Boy, which was a world record. So some of those games I hadn't played before, like King of Dragons and the R-Type for Game Boy. I can't think of what else I hadn't played, but there were a couple of them. But yeah, I had a pretty strong showing. I'm very proud of how I did. Everybody else did very well too. Playing Mega Man all the way through was awesome until the second time around, which was not all that awesome. Yeah, got to play a good set of Game Boy Tetris, which I hit like a 660 something thousand, which I had never done before. So Bust a Move on Super Nintendo, that was different. There was Pinball Fantasies for Super Nintendo, which that game can die in a fire. Gradius for NES, that was fun. 1942, I completed the game for the first time with a decent score of like 1.4 million. So many other games. Castlevania Adventure, which I did horribly on. I couldn't beat the game. I couldn't beat the last boss, and I don't know why. I just couldn't do it. I think that about covers that. So that's what's going on. I've got more videos coming up. I've got other selections. I'm going to try speedrunning Ninja Warriors here soon. Try and beat that game in under an hour. That's my goal. I have some other games that I haven't really planned on playing, but I will get to them eventually. Let's see, what's in... I have yet to play Super Bonk. I should play that soon. What else do I got in here? I still need to complete Super Valis 4. That should be on my to-do list. I haven't played Mystical Ninja in a long time. What else? I need to try and go through Hagane. Oh, there's a fun goal. I should try and play Super Ghouls and Ghosts and set my goal to beat the first effing level. That whole series too can die in a fire. I think we'll settle it there for now. So yeah, I have more videos coming. I just have to find the time to actually do them and make sure all my equipment is fully functional and ready to go in order for me to do this. So lastly, I want to say that I have officially broken 200 subscribers on YouTube. I managed to gain well over 60 subscribers in a span of what, a month and a half, I think. So that was really awesome, and I hope to gain more subscribers. through all the gameplay that I'm going to be doing. Once again, my channel mainly focuses on gameplay. None of that top 10 bullcrap. No top 10 this, no, oh hey, I collected this, I collected that. You're not gonna see any of that. That's everybody does that, and it doesn't appeal to me. So like I said, my focus on my channel is gameplay and setting records and scores and setting personal goals for myself. And I really hope that you guys could learn something from the games that I play, you know, especially the competition games. I made that instruction video for the 1990 Nintendo World Championships. If you guys are playing it, take a look at it. You can learn from me. My buddy Packy, he watched my video and his score increased tremendously. He was lucky if he could break 2 million, and now he's breaking 2 million constantly. So it helps, and my instructional video works. So please watch that. Watch all my other world records. You can learn from just watching what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing with these games. I have to eventually record Star Fox, try and get a decent enough score to submit to Twin Galaxies. I might attempt world record, which is like 199,000, and that's really tough to do because I don't think I've broken 112,000 yet. So that's gonna take some work. That's gonna take some time. And once again, Donkey Kong Country competition. I don't know what's keeping me from playing it, but I just need to crack down and just put it in my Super Nintendo and play it. That's all. I just gotta play it. So I think that about covers it. This is a much lengthier video than I expected it to be. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comments, and subscribe to my channel. Please share with all your friends. I've got a lot of videos coming up, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.